Hey guys, it's Shani and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I am doing my fake tanning routine. I'm so excited right now. I am addicted to fake tan, you guys have no idea, and I've been tanning for about 4 years now, like every single week. I will not miss a week. I hate being pale. I just think I look better with a bit of a bronze to the skin. I hate tanning in the sun. I get moles, freckles. I'm so afraid of skin cancer. It's obviously just a lot safer to fake tan. And that's just what I like to do. So, okay, I'm sorry. When I even think about fake tan, I just get so happy. It literally makes my life. So the tan that I use is the Bondi Sands Self-Tanning Foam in the shade Ultra Dark. They finally came out with the ultra dark shade, and let me just tell you, I am completely obsessed with it. I've never been so obsessed with a tan in my life. Unfortunately, this little baby is only available in Australia at the moment, but it will be available in the US and UK early next year, which isn't too long at all, so keep your eyes peeled if you are from there. If you are from there and you can't get this, I will still have a lot of tips and tricks for fake tan in this video, so make sure you keep watching. Before I give you guys a step-by-step guide of how I apply my tan, I just want to let you know that I do have a 20% off discount code for Bondi Sands, and that is just Shani, S-H-A-N-I. If you want to save some dosh, there you go. Okay, so let's get into the step-by-step guide. The first thing that I do is I go in with an exfoliating mitt. This step is so incredibly important. If you don't exfoliate the dead skin off your body, you're going to have a really patchy tan. It's just going to stick to any dry, dead skin, and it's just going to be like dark light, dark light. And trust me, I had to learn the hard way with that one. So what I do is have a really hot shower, as hot as I can take. I let the water fall onto my body and I just soak there for like 2 minutes so all of my pores open. It starts to get really steamy, so that way it's easier to take old tan off, or even easier to just like get rid of dead skin cells. So I usually scrub the dead skin off for about 5 minutes to make sure I don't miss any spots at all. And then of course it is your time to go ahead and shave. I like to shave my legs, my pits, and then I'm fresh as a dolphin. I feel like a dolphin, I can do anything. I personally like to exfoliate the day before I fake tan, because if you have a hot shower and then you fake tan straight away, all of your pores are gonna be open, so the tan is actually gonna go inside of your pores and leave black holes. So if you do have time to do it the day before, that is perfect. If you don't have time to exfoliate the day before and you need to do it all in one day and get it done, that is completely fine as well. But you just want to make sure you finish off your hot shower after you've exfoliated and shaved. Make sure you turn the hot off and turn the freezing cold on so all of your pores can close. And then you want to make sure you wait at least an hour before you do fake tan. As I said, otherwise the tan is just not going to stick as well because your skin is still a little bit wet in the pores, and the pores will still be open a bit. So just give it 1 hour before you fake tan and you'll be sweet. Now it's time for the fun part, applying the tan. Before you do any application of any tan, you want to make sure you go in with a really light, not a greasy moisturizer. You don't want any oil in the moisturizer. And just take a tiny bit, just put it on your wrist, put it on your feet, any dry areas that you may have, so your knees. You don't want to apply it all over your body, otherwise the tan's not going to be as intense. So basically where you put the moisturizer is where the tan is going to be less intense and less patchy. So always want to do your whole hands, otherwise it's really going to stick in these wrinkles right here. You don't want that, do you? Then I'll take my tanning foam on my tanning mitt. Bondi Sands just recently came out with a new mitt, and let me tell you, it is the best mitt I've ever used because it's really fluffy, so it doesn't leave any streaks at all. So what I do is I put it on, and I do put a glove on under the mitt because you don't want any tan going on your hands that you don't want. Because this tan is so dark, it is going to stain your hands if it does get on there. So I'd recommend just buying some plastic gloves to wear under your mitt and you are super safe. So what I do is I take about 3 pumps for each section of my body. I go crazy with my tan. I literally sometimes put 10 pumps on one part of my body and I'm just like, yes, give it to me. So then you want to rub it in circular motions until there's no streaks. There's obviously no particular way to do it. You just want to make sure that you do have an even application. You want to make sure you leave your elbows, your knees, your hands and your feet to last, because you want the smallest amount of product left on your mitt, and then you can just quickly go over those areas. After you've applied as many coats as you want, I personally do, well, it's not even countable because I applied that many layers of fake tan, but just until you have the color that you want, then it is time to wait. So I personally like to let my tan dry for at least 5 to 10 minutes before I put any clothing on, and then when you do put clothing on, you want to Make sure it's loose fitting. You want to make sure it's black because it could transfer onto the like white clothes or grey clothes and you're going to be able to notice it. It will come out in the wash, but it is just safer to wear black clothes so then you can't see it at all. It does have a really strong like coconut scent. I personally like it. And the ultra dark tan you have to leave on for at least 6 hours for the color to fully develop. So I personally like to tan in the morning around like 10 o'clock and then I leave it on until I'm ready to go to bed. I personally can't leave any tan on when I'm sleeping. Even if it is pretty dry, it's still going to be a little bit tacky. Obviously, you've got all this product on your skin. I can't sleep if my skin is not completely dry and clean and I've just gotten out of the shower. So I know most people can sleep in a tan, and if you can, amazing. That is like so lucky for you because I always have it on during the daytime and I'm like walking around, I bump into walls, there's like a big pink mark on the wall. I'm like, sorry. But I mean, the whole process of waiting 6 hours is completely worth it. The tan lasts around 5 to 7 days. So I mean, what's 6 hours in one day, really? Something that is a really useful tip is baby powder. You can just take some of this Johnson's baby powder, put it on your body. Ooh, it's open. And then rub it in with like a really fluffy makeup brush. It's going to take away any stickiness at all. I've only done this once, so I don't know if it does take away any color at all, but when I did do it, my tan was still as dark as normal, and that was the first time I'd ever slept in my tan. It pretty much just absorbs any excess tan. As far as I'm concerned, it doesn't affect the tan in any way, shape, or form, but I will keep you guys updated on like Snapchat. If you want to follow me on there, then it's Shani Grimmond. And I'm just going to keep testing out that theory because honestly, when you put it on, just rub it in, your skin is completely soft, it feels completely dry, and it's like you don't even have a tan on, and then you wake up the next day and you are so bronze. Once you've left your tan on for at least 6 hours, then you want to go ahead and jump in the shower. Now, this is where a lot of people go wrong. You want to make sure you have a cold shower if you can, or a warm to cold shower if you can't do really freezing cold showers. Because if you have a hot shower, your pores are going to open. The tan, not all of it obviously, some of the tan is going to come out of your pores and you're not going to be as dark. So yeah, cold shower, and you want to make sure you're in there for only like 15 seconds, honestly. When I get in the shower, I just rinse it off until the water is clear and then I jump straight out just so none of that color fades at all, because that's still the time where the tan is just still developing and getting as strong as it should be. So when it comes to drying yourself, you want to make sure you're really gentle with the towel. You want to make sure that you're patting really gently. You don't want to rub it because you don't want to disturb any of that color. And of course, it is important to use a black towel. If you use a white towel, your mum and dad would know about it, let me tell you. When it comes to maintaining the tan, you want to make sure that you are moisturizing your skin every single day. Otherwise, your skin could get pretty dry because obviously putting any type of chemicals on your body is going to dry your skin out. So you just want to go in there with a really thick, nice body butter. Just lather it all over your body. I personally, as I said before, can't do greasy feelings at all. So I have to do like a really thin moisturizer, and the tan doesn't last as long as it would if I was using a thick moisturizer. So if you can handle that greasy feel, a really thick body butter, maybe from like the Body Shop, I know they're super thick, that would be incredible. But I just use the Vaseline and it still does a very good job. When it comes around to about 5 to 7 days of your tan being on and it starts to fade, and if you want a booster, you're welcome. This is the Bondi Sands Wash Off Instant Tan in Dark. So this is going to give your skin an instant tan literally in 5 seconds. So what I do is I moisturize my whole body before I put this on, just because the formula of this tan is super dry, and that is because it is an instant tan, and when you spray it on it's dry straight away. So that's why you have to moisturize, otherwise it's going to be kind of patchy. So you just spray this on directly and then rub it in, and literally it is the most beautiful natural tan looking color. It is very dark, which is why I love it so much. If you don't like a really dark tan, I'd definitely go for the light. But I honestly, like, I cannot tell you how much I love this product and the Ultra Dark. Like, I am so happy that I'm working with Bondi Sands because I've never loved a brand so much in my life. The product themselves, and also the people working behind it. I've gone for many lunches and like launch parties with them, and the people working behind Bondi Sands are honestly so kind-hearted, so amazing, and just genuine, real people, and I love them so much. And they've just made the most amazing tanning products I've ever used. Honestly, I've used every tan you can think of, and I've put it like one product here, another product here, some of my legs, and I always go back to Bondi Sands, like every time. And then of course, when it is time to scrub your tan off, you will notice the tan fading in like this area here. Actually, I think that's just me because I get really oily in this area, but for me it's here under the armpits, around my feet start to get a bit patchy. That's when you repeat this whole process again. Scrubbing your tan off isn't that hard if you leave it around 7 days. And you have like a really hot shower and just scrub. So there we have my tanning routine. I really hope you guys learned some tips and tricks along the way. I've been doing this for at least 4 years now, and I feel like it's just something that is a routine in my life. I do it every Thursday night, Friday night, ready for the weekend, and tanning just makes me so much more confident. I just feel so happy when I'm bronzed. I know that could sound so silly, but that's just how it makes me feel. If you don't like tanning, that is completely fine. I have nothing against pale skin at all. I think it is beautiful, but I just prefer to have a bit of a bronze, bit of a dark bronze really. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up because it helps me out so much. I love you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!